Dr. Phil went on Fox and Friends this morning, and they tried to get him to parrot right-wing talking points in response to the situation unfolding in Baltimore, and they failed miserably.
How do you get into the mindset of the looters, the rioters, though? What's your message to them? Because they're together, they feel justified in what they're doing, wrongly so. What do you say to them?
Well, look, you've got to separate this out. You can't have a generality, because I'll promise you, and I've interviewed and talked to people about this in the past. Some of them can't tell you why they're out there. You'll hear people, and when I say I've talked to people about this in the past, I've talked to people that are angry about issues, but don't really understand the issues. They're just blanket, we're supposed to be angry. And then you've got people that are just saying, hey, it's a chance to get free stuff.
Yep.
They will do that. And they don't really understand what's going on. And then you've got people that are legitimately upset. They understand that there has been a breakdown of the system. They understand that there is an abuse of power here. They understand that there has been a miscarriage of justice. And they are angrily upset and protesting. So there are factions within there. You've got thugs that are just out there trying to capitalize on an opportunity, and then you've got people that legitimately are upset. There's all kinds of people out there.
Dr. Phil, you usually deal with one-on-one. You know, you're dealing with here in a family one-on-one. When you look at this, is like the fourth major inner-city uprising, and we keep saying, where's the character, where are the parents, where's the opportunity, where are the role models? How long are we going to keep saying, where are they, and what can be done to change this? Because those kids have the same potential as your kids and our kids.
Well, I'm not sure that's true. I'm not sure they may have the same potential, but I'm not sure they have the same opportunities. Because the fact is, the school system is not necessarily the same. The resources are not necessarily the same. The leadership that they have from the parents, because of the generational pass-throughs, are not the same. There's no question that they have a steep hill and a tough row to hoe. But it's not going to get better because you're out there cutting fire hoses that are trying to stop fires, burning down businesses that are family-owned in their own community. How much better would this be had they done what the 300-man march was trying to get people to do, to get out there and show solidarity in a peaceful way and say, we are not moving until people pay attention to this, instead of showing what is easily criticized and put down.
Fox is like, damn it, he's being kind of reasonable about this. I want you to be a right-wing douche. Please, parrot the talking points we want you to parrot. No, see, the thing is, you can tell the way the Fox hosts are talking about this, they just want to act like there's no reason for the, quote, inner-city uprisings that are happening. And they're feeding into that narrative that their mostly old, mostly white audience already believes, which is, these black people are rowdy. These animals acting up. You know how they are. Just violent by their nature. So Fox is giving them what they want. They want to portray this as, well, who could have saw this coming? Another uprising in the inner city, and it was based on nothing. I mean, they just got up one day and they were mad, and this is what they do. I mean, why can't they be like good civilized white people? That's what they're getting at. And Dr. Phil comes in and he takes a very moderate approach. He's like, look, okay, these kids all have the same potential, but they don't have the same opportunities that you and me have and our kids have. We're talking about schools that are drastically underfunded in communities that don't have nearly the same amount of investment in it as white communities have. And you have all these deep systemic issues. And look, he goes as far as to concede a little bit, and he says, okay, I understand, some people that are part of the riot and part of the protest, they don't know what they're doing, they're just kind of joining in, and there are people who are quote-unquote thugs there. But there's plenty of people there who have a legitimate concern. And understand, man, like I said before, what brought this about? This isn't to excuse burning buildings down or cars down and committing crimes and throwing rocks. But what brought this about was a crime committed against an unarmed 25-year-old black kid who ended up dead because cops killed him. So when you have somebody like Brian Kilmeade saying, where's the character? I don't understand. Where are the parents? All right, I'll flip that right back around on you, big guy. where's the character and where are the parents for all these white cops that end up killing unarmed young black men? Where's their character? Where are their parents? Where are their values? Their values seem gone, don't they? We hear case after case after case of unarmed young black men being gunned down by police for any reason. And where's Fox News' outrage on that? Nowhere. Silent. They got nothing to say about that. It's almost like they grandfather that into the system. Like, what? I mean, obviously, in any society, you're going to have unarmed black kids gunned down like every 3 days. What do you mean? That's fine. But let's focus on how bad the response has been from the community. No, why not focus on all types of injustice? The most important injustice to discuss is the injustice that led to this backlash. Again, it's totally fair and it's totally just, and I think Dr. Phil is right to point out that the way they're going about trying to change it is the wrong way because you're undermining your message and you're losing the moral high ground. So the riots are wrong, but you can say that and also focus on the underlying issue and try to fix the problem from a more broad societal perspective, from an economic perspective, from a government perspective. And once you do that, you'd be put in a position where there aren't many protests and there aren't many riots. But Fox News doesn't want to be productive. They want to simply point their fingers at the rioters and say, there's no basis for this whatsoever, and they're just bad people. Well, Dr. Phil wasn't playing along.